From Ford Video Guy Studio in Salina, Kansas, it's McArthur Live with Tim Bartz and Sarah Davis. For all the information on ordering and production, Ford news, recalls, debunking all the fake news on social media, and whatever's on their mind, here's your hosts, Tim and Sarah. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day, and hopefully our audio should be working just fine, but hope everybody's having a great week. And for those of you who haven't watched our channel recently, we're back. We weren't here last week, or on this channel anyway. But we're still considered that episode 156 because we did stream over at the Ford Video Guide channel, and it still went over as a podcast, which all these live streams are recorded and documented and then put out on our podcast platform, which is 156. This is now episode 157 now. So we're continued 3 years. Been live streaming, including last week when hackers wanted to take over our channel. We still were live streaming on another channel, and so you can always find us somewhere. So hopefully some of you guys found that and was able to see it. If not, wondered what's going on, and Tesla did not take over our channel. So, but we're back. We're here. So continue to get kicking. I was actually very impressed with Google and the YouTube team, and I got the hat today. Dealer Teamwork. One of our one of the partners that we have. I call them partners, not a third party vendor that we use, but a partner of ours that partners with us to help us do well and perform and get out there and help us out. So they helped us out as well. They are a top 3% Google advertised customer, and because of that, they helped us process and get back going and live a lot faster. I think we were, by the time I submitted the claim, it was like 8 hours and we had our YouTube channel back. We still didn't have the videos there. We had to do that the next day. But at 2 a.m. was that Thursday? No, that was Wednesday. Thursday morning at 2 a.m. the channel was back, and we just had to, get things switched over from their stuff to ours. All of our videos were there, just needed to be published. And so if you got a couple notifications on Thursday, that's what happened there, is because some of them, some of our videos, we put out just to members. Sometimes it's for public. And a couple of those shorts, we were working as a team. One of us was taking care of one was taking for, and we'd forgotten which was which because we didn't know. So if you got a couple of extra ones, there you go. That's how that happened. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully we're up and running and rolling now. And yeah, all fun and all fun aside there. But so yeah, there we go, up and running. So, and no, we have no ill feelings against Tesla because we know it wasn't Tesla. These are hackers that just use their platform and their popularity to impact people and try to get them to do something. So anyway, but we're back. So, and I'm not disliking Smart Water either because they're the ones that entice. That was the product that was used to entice me to try to click on something, and
I
which
don't
I
even know
did.
why you thought about Smart Water. Like, how much water do you drink?
No, but it's something we could do I mean, I could see it being advertised on a live stream pretty easily instead of like some of the others. It's just like it's not even funny. It's like some of the ones that they try to use, but that was one that. Anyway, all right. But
now they could definitely get you with the G Fuel.
Yeah. Oh well, way it goes. Okay. Anyway, lessons learned. One of my favorite quotes when I was younger, throughout this whole process, we still used our coin phrase, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. We were trying to stay positive. And at one point, I mean, last week was probably the lowest point when we were live streaming on the Ford Video Guy where I was just like, I just thought the channel was done for. I thought it was gone. But a lot of you guys out there, thank you guys for staying positive with me. And you guys said, oh, I've seen other channels get it back. So I was like, okay, well, let's go for this. There's hope. And so thank you guys for seeing that there are other channels that struggled with this and got their channel back because that gave us hope and positivity to keep rolling. So, which we did. And I was impressed at how quickly it was done and how quickly we got it back. So YouTube, when you get, it does help that you're a partner. If they're making money off of you, they'll find a way to get your stuff back. So they were making money off of our Google ads, our YouTube ads, and our YouTube channel. And so because of that, they wanted to get it up and running as well. So anyway, all good stuff. And all the members should be good. I know some members, we talked about it in the member live last Friday, that don't worry about credit card information. All that is not gone. That doesn't go to the YouTube channels. So that did not get
that comes
put out
from
there.
Google. So it's not gonna.
That's locked down.
Yeah, it's the safe measure because YouTube tends to get hacked a lot.
Well, plus Anyway,
it keeps the YouTubers from being able to steal money from people as well.
Yep. So there you go. All right. So we have on the agenda. We'll go back to normal. Last week we didn't do the scheduling video because I really couldn't on Wednesday, so I didn't go out. But this week we're going to talk about scheduling notes. Just a few dealer news that actually kind of correspond with what we're going to talk about our What's on My Mind segment. Recalls. There's a ton of recall updates. And I don't know if I'm going to go through all of them, but a lot of them have to do with the Takata airbag update. There's a supplement to a lot of them. So, and then is it true? Ford Authority put out there something that contradicted what I've been saying. And so we're going to get into the details of that too, of whether or not that's true. And sometimes it's myself that puts false information, actually not intentionally.
Yeah.
I was told one thing and found out to be something different. So, and then yes, Niles, we will do the good dealer moment and what's in Tim's cup too as well. So don't forget about those segments, right? We'll get to that too, because I do have a cup this week. You can't tell. Last week, I think I was like, here you go. So your mom watched this stream last week. She goes, that was hard to watch. It's like, well, it was hard to record.
Yeah. Which one?
Our live stream last week. Yeah. That was, I bet it was hard to watch. It was hard to stream last week. But anyway, we are back. So there we go. And membership times did not go away. I got Elizabeth there with her 24-month in there. So yes, good to go. Anyway. All right. What else we got to talk about? Don't forget about, Yeah, we're gonna be taking a trip this week. We're gonna be going and going to a Tesla charger, and be using the Electron. Where now I'm an affiliate for Electron. They sent me an adapter for the North American Charging Standard adapter to CCS, which is what the Mach-E is. So we're gonna be driving to Kansas City to test that there, yeah, because the Tesla charger here is not the version high enough to be able to use the adapter. So we're gonna do a video on how easy it is to do that. It's plug and charge and use that adapter and everything. So we'll be doing a video this week on that and going and doing that. We are headed off someplace. Can't talk about it too much, but anyway, yeah. So we got that going on. There's some other videos we have going live this week that I think will be fun. That we did. We have a special LMP 810 Mustang that we'll get the video on that hopefully will go live this week, as well as, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a fun video that's going to come out Monday morning first thing, so that ought to be good about some new products. So check that out when that comes live. When you get up in the morning Monday, you should be able to see that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Want to talk about membership?
Yeah. I was just trying to find all of our members that are in here.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe too. You know, a lot of people may have just found us on YouTube and it happened to be a subject to like, oh, you know, what's this? So make sure if you're not subscribed, you subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you watch this even as a recorded video, and then especially if you have an order, you want to make sure you're checking these out, or the Wednesday videos as well. So, all right. So we have a new one in there. It's called Ford Enthusiast 413. Who was that?
That's Anthony.
Oh, it's Anthony. Okay. I was trying to figure that out. He was on All Train Nation last night too. And I'm like, who is that?
It's Anthony.
He switched his name.
He did.
I like it, but there you go. I was like, who is it? Anyway, cool. Glad you figured that out.
Richview figured it out for me. He asked. I saw it.
You probably want to go tag and go, oh, welcome in, Ford. Oh, wait. All right. Anyway, yes. If you want to become a member, we have membership available.
We do. It is that join button right beside the subscribe button. When you click on it, you'll see all the benefits you get as a member. And then if you are an iPhone user, you have to do things differently. You have to go to your desktop browser, request desktop browser, and from there you should be able to see it.
Yep. And then we actually did have to revamp our homepage because of the hack and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the membership content might be on there. I can't remember if it is right now or not, but we do have a couple playlists, and we'll get that updated. Forgot to finish that out, but we'll get that updated too. And some of the membership content can be right there on the main page. It's not on there right now, but if you go to the membership, you can see all the member content there. Plus, you'll get notifications of everything too. So if you have your notification turned on, so there you go. Yeah. All right. What else we got going on?
Not a lot.
It's being recorded podcast. Let me look at my notes. I usually have that up over here, and I forgot to do that.
Yep.
Maybe. Here we go. There. Okay. Oh, don't forget too, coming up, it just ended yesterday, but we had some merch. We have coming up August 28th to September 2nd, 20% off anything on our merch site. So if you're wanting some of our merch, you want to make sure you get that put in there.
I'm going to see if I can have.
We're going to try
Maverick
to get the Maverick Meetup thing for people that want to buy a shirt. They can do that. There you go. All right. All the different ways you can find us on different things. Of course, I do have a website that I haven't updated in a while, FordVideoGuyMedia.com. I always forget about that, but we'll have some stuff on there. But there you go. All right. And don't forget about all the channels that we like to, I'd say we really don't support them because we don't financially financially support on most of the channels, but we like the channels, so check those out. Driven Wild Outdoors is in there. We got All Train Nation. Don't forget Johnny's Car Care Reviews. He jumps on here a lot. RagnarCon, who's one of our members, he is got a channel as well with some fun stuff, and I like his little news segment. By the way, I like that. MagnaCon. So keep doing that. That's pretty fun. I love that segment. And let's see who else is in there. We do have Bird Dog Off-Road as well. So I'll probably meet up with him in Colorado. I think he's going to Colorado. Alley's is in there. There's a bunch of other channels. Check those out. Bronco Nation, but they don't really do too much on YouTube anymore. But check out their if you're a Bronco owner, you definitely want to go over to their website, the Bronco Nation, because you want to make sure you're a Bronco Nation member. Anyway, there you go. They struggled a little bit on the live stream on Saturday. Felt bad for them, but we did too that week. It was a bad week for Ford channels. Anyway, all right. Let's see what else. I think that's it. All right. Should we do it? All right, you guys. Oh, wait. We got a new updated version of this. See, the graphic was changed for this year or for this week. So what's in Tim's cup? Which happens to be Snips that she gave me. I love this thing. So she did a good job on this with the Bronco. Ooh, get the right camera angle. There you go. So what's in Tim's cup? You always drop it down in there and figure that out. All right. You ready to do some member shout outs?
Yes.
We didn't really talk about what we did this weekend.
Now, what did you do this weekend?
Jade wanted to go fishing, so we could buy him a fishing pole. He didn't catch anything. He was getting really frustrated. I said,
Where'd you go fishing?
At the Lakewood Pond.
Oh.
We saw a little snake popping his head out in the water, though. A little water snake.
That would be fun if you caught that.
Yeah. He was trying. He's like, throw it out there. Like, I don't think it's going to eat that. That's a little big for its little mouth.
Yeah.
But let's see what else. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Allergies spiked up this weekend because we had somebody come mow our yard because our mower was out. I need to get it fixed, but it's on a waiting list. But so we had somebody come mow our yard, and our grass got pretty tall because our mower basically isn't working right now. Like I said, it was going in threes. Our mower went out, our microwave went out, and then the channel went out. So they came mowed, and it just seems like ever since they mowed, it's just my allergies just spiked up, and so Jeff's too. So and yours is always on the.
Mine's always on the fritz.
Yeah, mine has been pretty good. And you know what? I did knock on wood when I said that I haven't had too many issues lately. And whew.
The crazy thing is I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. I think everybody has different like allergens.
You and I are usually pretty synced up, though.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. So whatever.
I thought Theo was having allergies, but he's teething instead. Severely.
Yeah. Anyway. Other than that, not much really going on. Other than that,
yeah.
Tried working on it. I still haven't done anything with the videos from Colorado because I want to I watch it and go, all that stuff looks great. And so then I get done and I'm like, oh, it's a 30-minute video. I need to do something. So I keep, so I'm still working on it. But and that's just with the 10 cup footage. So I'm like, I got to do something else.
Right. I went and did yoga at 9 a.m. Took Will with me to the kids' gym, then worked out for another hour. After that, then we took the boys to the trampoline park. Well, I took both boys by myself to Sky because Lebo wants to go work out for 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
So
2 hours.
Yeah.
Run a marathon or something?
I got 2 hours in. But I took them to Sky by myself for 2 hours.
Well, Will just bounce around forever.
He actually was getting into the video games.
Oh, really?
He was having fun. He was doing the motorcycle. He was having fun with that. And then they were playing like the Raptor, the Jurassic Park game, shooting dinosaurs. They were having fun with that. And then after that, we went home, got them ready. They went to Nana's to spend the night. And we got to have a date night.
There you go. All right, let's do shout outs to members. You ready for that?
Yep. All righty. So, of course, Ford Enthusiast 413, it's Anthony. He updated his handle. We have Ronald here. Good evening. He's really enjoying the mach-e that Richview gave him.
Oh, somebody told me that you can get that at Cracker Barrel.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go to Junction.
Yeah.
Richview, our wonderful moderator. So if you see him in there, he does help us keep the chat clean.
He's guessing root beer.
He is.
You have the root beer.
I had root beer.
We still have some of that root beer.
Yeah.
That's really good. They said, I think Jacob, he's follows me on Facebook and such, and so he messaged me and said, but he also showed the whole thing at Cracker Barrel, and that root beer was there too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, we can get some more Sparker root beer as well as Moxie there.
We have Jack Evans. Hello, all. Elizabeth. Hi, everyone. Alan. Evening, all. Hope you are doing well. We have Paul Newbert here with us, and we'll come back to his comment. Niles, our other moderator and aftermarket specialist. If you have any aftermarket questions, drop them in there with @NilesGridley and he can help you out. But he says, howdy, let's get rowdy. What's in that cup? We have Bucko. Good evening, everyone. Aurora is here, and she doesn't show up as a member, but she does on my end. John Rice, howdy, everyone. Tom is here. Hello, Richview, Sarah, and Tim. BM Smothers, hello, everyone. I need to rejoin since the hacking. I'm glad you guys got the channel back, though. I thought I was tripping when I saw the Tesla stuff on the channel. Yep.
And there's a couple of videos that we had everything reverted back, but on the search, when you search for it, it still had the logo on our name.
Yeah.
Now that's reverted back to us again, but the videos that I had go live while it was like that still have the little Tesla logo on them. So anyway.
Mike M., I'm a little late tonight. Hope everyone's having a great week. We have Terry McGee. Good evening. Midcoast Maine, Misty, and not him. So Midcoast Maine, Misty, and Mabsim are not showing up as members currently. So go take a look at your back end if you want to stay a member. Elizabeth, glad you got everything back without much trouble. Here's to many more episodes.
Yeah, so if you were a member before and you don't see that you are now, like if you unsubscribed, then just go back and subscribe. If it's still within that, you have 30 days from once you subscribe. So if you're it's still within that 30 days and you remember up and join up, then it should, the dates, the time should stay.
Yeah.
You shouldn't miss any beat there.
Francis, wow, I made another meeting. Nice to be in one place for a month. We have RagnarCon here and Diabetic. And Allie's joined us tonight.
Oh, that's cool. Allie Dubois?
Yes.
Maybe we ought to bring her in. Maybe we should send her an invite. Because we're gonna if she's still on, if she's not too tired, like we might, because we're gonna be talking about those Bronco experience, or the different enthusiast experiences and everything.
Been to a few of them,
and she really, when it comes to the Broncos, she's really like into some of those events and all the stuff that Ford's doing.
She went to Ladies' Day.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should send her an invite. I think I can copy. I got to figure that out. So. If she wants to. Of course, I don't want to entice her to come on. I don't want to steal away from All Train Nation. Let's see if I can copy that. If I go to Messenger, does this work? Oh, I don't. Here, I'm just going to copy this and email it to myself.
She said she can come on for a few.
Okay, we got to get some stuff first, but we'll right around in about 40 minutes. So she'll be able to get it done in about 40 minutes. We can get her on there.
Oh, Misty was in the wrong channel. So that might also be happening. You logged into the wrong channel.
So I am streaming on both this week. So I figured we did it last week. I'm just going to keep rolling on that one. But if you go over to the McArthur, kick over, it won't bother me. Doesn't bother me either way. Go on over and sign into McArthur. That's where all that chat's going on, is over there. But I don't know. I thought for this week, we'll see what happens, but we'll do it on both.
What did you think of Cracker Barrel? Because Rich, you said he and Aurora stopped there on their way home. That's our favorite place to eat. Mine and Lebo.
Yep.
we get about 5 gift cards to there each Christmas because we're like, well, we don't know what to get us. So Cracker Barrel. We make date nights of going to Junction City and
Here,
having Cracker
I'm
Barrel.
gonna send this to you because you have Allie. You know Allie's on.
I know
send
her
Send her that
Instagram.
link on Messenger.
Okay.
Or Instagram message, whatever you want. Okay, I'll send it.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. All right, and then you can do that while I'm doing my good dealer, or not the good dealer, but the other stuff. All right, we ready for good dealer?
Yes.
Hold on. And there you go. And then after that, we'll get into this.
Yes.
All right, what's your dealer?
Huh?
Good dealer?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I did not hear you. They're chatty tonight.
Good.
Well, I
They have to
can
make it for lost time.
I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you over there chatter.
All right. You have a good dealer.
I have one. It's right here. All right, we have
a lot of good dealers out there, right? We never run out.
We have Byers Ford in Delaware, Ohio. Oh wait, sorry, that one's a warning. Here we go.
Oh, scratch that.
Future Ford Lincoln of Roseville, California. Gary was their salesman. Gary was straightforward, friendly, and helpful. No pressure. Would go to him again. There we go.
All right.
The other warning was that they wouldn't let them do X-Plan.
Depending on the vehicle, now on a Maverick, there's no reason why not.
So Byers Ford in Delaware doesn't do X-Plan.
They don't have to. Like,
They
dealers get to choose. They can choose whether or not they want to or not.
But
if they do, then they need to do it for all models. So I think that if they're going to do it for some, they need to do it for all of them, unless it's like a vehicle that Ford doesn't honor X-Plan.
Mm-hmm. Right. So Gary and Freddie in finance at Future Ford Lincoln of Roseville, straightforward, friendly, helpful, no pressure. And according to them, Freddie had the best closing of any car purchase ever. And that's with over 50 years of car buying experience. So go check him out.
All right. Okay. There's that. All right. So we got a, thanks to Kelly over All Train Nation. She let Sarah know which of these mats, but these are when people are on Instagram or getting on Instagram for the Bronco stuff and other people too. They're doing the patches and stickers. And so I wanted to get the stickers on something. I was putting them on the cooler, which did you grab them? No, you didn't grab them off the cooler, did you?
No.
Okay. We'll do that another time. So there's still more to go on this, but I have one over here from Bronco Supercell, Tennessee. And by the way, Allie, I want to know, are we going to do this in Colorado? Because I'm already getting ready. I think, I'm waiting for the deal so that I can get the stickers that Jeff made for the Supercell Colorado. But anyway, that way I made a separate one for each one of those. So that way I don't have to remember whether or not I've already traded with that person. I can just trade for the event and we put it in there. But these are the ones I'm getting on Instagram. So we're going to, as we get these, we're going to pop them on there. So here we go. So the first one's from Greg Harris and Austin Harris. So they each have Broncos in the same household. So they sent 2 here. So this one is Greg Harris from Texas. And he is on there as STX Blanco Bronco. So there's his patch. And sticker and magnet. So there you go. We'll get those put on the board. And then, so you want to trade with them, you know how to find them. Stick those suckers up there. And this one's from Austin Harris. And this one is Raider Red Bronco on Instagram. So there you go. And they also sent a magnet and a sticker. So have Sarah put those on. And I'll be some of you are like, well, I want to find them too. I always tag them on a post. So hopefully sometime throughout the week, not always, I don't always do it the same day, but I'll usually post out the stickers that I got from them and post that out on my Instagram. So if you're following me on Instagram, Ford Video Guy, by the way, then you should find these. This is from Nina and Blackjack, it says, from Minnesota. So there's their sticker. Looks pretty cool. And then their patch as well. So there you go, sir. There's a sticker and patch. And then I also like when they bring the other little stickers. So there's one that says Bigfoot, and he oh no, I won't say that. But here's this one. Looks pretty cool. I like these little ones. I can put those on mugs and everything. And there's one. Oh, there's one. What? He's carrying toilet paper. I like to know where Bigfoot got his toilet paper from. Somebody's campsite. That's why he raids the campsites. This in here is Yosemite National Park. I like that. That's pretty cool. I went to Yosemite a long time ago when I was a kid. I barely remember it. I remember camping, but that's about all I remember about it. Anyway, there you go. But on my Instagram, you'll be able to see those 3 that we got, and then I'll tag them as well. So you guys will be able to follow them as well if you want, and say, make sure if you do trade patches with them, stickers with them, you say, Ford Video Guy sent me over to you. Probably don't even. Half these people, I don't think they realize that we're on here, but there you go. So, all right. Anything else? Ready for scheduling?
Yes.
All right. Let me trade this over so that we can record this. Man, my nose just won't stop running. All right. Oh, forgot my other camera. Hold on a second. All right, we are ready. Okay, we'll get into the scheduling notes for this week, and I think you're gonna be surprised by some of the Maverick unscheduled notes or unscheduled Broncos, unscheduled orders, and how many are left. But anyway, there you go. All right. Scheduling notes for this week. And last week was the first week of scheduling for this month's allocations. And so we're going to get into the second week of allocations and what's going on this week if your order is still unscheduled. And let me find here we go. There it is. All right. Let's go through the order guide notes and everything so everybody knows what we're talking about. So in this video here, we're talking about the segment or the video, if you're watching that, on scheduling is that this is about scheduling your order. So if you put a custom order in, that's called a retail order. You put that into the dealership, that's considered a retail order, customer placed order. But other orders that can be put in are stock orders. Those are orders that the dealer puts in for stock or lot inventory. And both of those orders are put into the order bank, which is where a dealer places those stock and retail orders. Now, the priority code, that is a priority given to an order on a retail order, can be anywhere from a 03 to 19, whereas on a stock order, it can be anywhere from a 20 to an 80. Usually when Ford puts in those stock orders for the dealer, they'll put them in as 80. Dealers can then prioritize the ones that they put in and customize and edit those orders and then move them to a 20 if they like. And then scheduling, that is when Ford schedules an order for production dates in the future months. And that is what we're talking about today in this video, is what are they going to be scheduling for this week. And they usually schedule on Thursdays for production dates in the future. So they're going to schedule your order for a production date, usually scheduled to the week. And then as they get closer, they'll schedule it to the day. Allocations. Ford gives dealers allocations to schedule their orders. A dealer needs an allocation to schedule an order in the order bank. Just because an order's in there does not mean that it'll get scheduled for a production date. A dealer earns those allocations from their sales for each model within their region. So if a dealer takes more orders than what they normally get allocations for, it may take more than 1 month to get them scheduled. So that's why it's always good to know how, how many orders you have or your order is at that dealer. Constraints, those are options that may be in short supply or take longer to build. And capacity, that's the planned production rate of a given motor, trim, or option. And then job 1 and 2, they will split the production into 2 job runs, a job 1 and a job 2. Some features may not be ready for job 1, so they're then brought into the ordering system into production and what they call job 2. Like sometimes that's about 6 months into the model year. Sometimes it's only a month or two, like on the Maverick. And their job 2 is actually going to start in November. So it's only a couple months later. And then balance out. That's the end of production or balance out of that they can produce a certain option, model, color, maybe something like that. All right. There's all that information. All right. So let's get to talking about scheduling for the 24 model year Mustang. Now they did say in there, it was really a little note there. It said that there's 586 unscheduled retail orders minus or less GT. So I think that means there's 586 unscheduled EcoBoost orders. Looks like to me they're not going to be scheduling too many GTs the rest of the model year. They're almost done. This, I think, is the last month they're scheduling for 24 model year. Now the order banks are open up for the 25 model year. They are closed for the 24 model year. They are scheduled this week for production dates in October. It says dealers with open allocation for Dark Horse should consider amending their orders to the 6-speed manual transmission or the manual transmission or the 10-speed transmission, it says. So there you go. It says to increase the chances. Oh, wait a minute. Let me read that again. Dealers with open allocation for Dark Horse should consider amending their orders from 44E, which is the 6-speed manual, to 44U, which is a 10-speed automatic. They actually have manual in there twice, so it confused me a little bit to get those scheduled. So there you go. All right. Key dates, it says COVP approval. Orders need to be still submitted into COVP on those 25 model year orders. And the 24 orders, if you got them in at the very end there, they still need to be COVP. Deadline for that is the 26th. I think yesterday was the last day you could submit a 24 model year order for a Mustang. All right. Spec changes. Yeah, and then dealers have until May 5th to put any stock orders in for 24 model year or make any changes to those orders. Limited availability for the Dark Horse engine, also for the Mustang Night Pony package, the black painted roof, the 6-speed manual transmission on the Dark Horse, as well as the 235/50 ZR18 all-season tire. And then exhausted availability for the 5.0 liter GTs, basically, and also exhaust available on the 19 by 8.5 inch ebony black painted aluminum wheel. So it sounds like probably if you have like a GT Performance package, well, actually GTs are struggling right now. So, well, there you go. Anyway, they're trying to finish out the rest of the model year. So, all right. Next up is a 25 model year Escape. Currently 73 unscheduled retail orders in order bank for 25 model year. The order banks are open up, and they are not scheduling this week. So they did schedule a bunch last week, but not scheduling this week. That's all I have for that. 24 model year Bronco Sport. There's currently only 59 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. The order banks are for the 24 model year are closed, except for stock. The dealer can still put a stock order in if they need to. They go till 9/5. The 25 model year order banks open up Monday, the 26th. Keep in mind, it probably won't be first thing in the morning. It'll probably be later in the afternoon. They are scheduled this week for 24 model year for the month of October. And there you go. That's all I have on that. Do production outside of limited availability for the 1.5 liter EcoBoost, the 17-inch carbonized gray painted aluminum wheel, which is standard on the Badlands. Also, the 225/65 R17 all season, which is standard on the Big Ben. Also, that's the tire that we see on the Maverick. Sorry about that. Also, limited availability on the 18-inch machine face aluminum ebony black painted wheel. That is the one that's optional on the Big Ben as part of that black the black appearance package, I believe. And the exhaust availability for the 18-inch machine face aluminum ebony black painted wheel. And then the 17-inch Oxford white painted aluminum wheel. That's on the Heritage Edition. And then they are balanced out on the black appearance package. That's optional on the Big Ben series only. So there you go. All right. 24 model year Bronco. Currently, only 1,218 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. The order banks are still open for the 24 model year for most of the trim levels. Everglades is done. It's balanced out. Heritage Limited 4-doors and Heritage Edition 4-doors are balanced out. I believe even Heritage Limited 2-doors even balanced out. And now in here it does say for the first, and then the 2-door Heritage Edition, though, is open, the regular Heritage Edition. So there you go. Note in here, it says they're scheduling this week for the weeks for October build dates for Raptor and Heritage Limited orders only. So Heritage Limited's not balanced out. If you have a 2-door, then it can get scheduled. Let's see here. Bronco Heritage Edition Limited are balanced out for 24 model year. Even though it says they're scheduling this week. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, I think that's 4-doors. So I think they're only scheduled for 2-doors. And then update effective on Tuesday, July 30th. Dealers can put some of their stock orders into Priority 99 if they need to. And then also limited availability for the beadlock wheel that's optional on the Raptor. So if you want to get a Raptor one scheduled, you might want to look at the non-beadlock wheel there. All right, next up, 24 model year Mach-E. There's currently 23 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. The order banks all are open up for the 24 model year. They are scheduled this week for the weeks in October. And limit availability for the Mach-E Select, rear wheel, and all-wheel drive, as well as for the Mach-E GT as well. And exhausted availability for the extended range battery and the premium rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. So sounds like to me they're struggling right now. So just only 23 unscheduled retail orders, though. So should be okay there. Man, my allergies. Sorry. 25 model year Explorer. Currently only 197 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. The order banks are open up for the 25 model year. They are not scheduled this week. And so that's no real information. Usually when not scheduling, they don't tell you any other issues they're having with constraints or anything because they're not scheduling, so that's not really considered. All right, next up, 24 model year Expedition. Currently 426 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. Order banks are still open up for the 24 model year, and they are not scheduled this week either. Next up, 24 model year Maverick. Currently only 1,634 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. So, which is pretty good. Order banks are closed for the 24 model year, and except for stock ordering can still be done for dealers through 9/5. But the order banks are open up now for the 25 model year Maverick. And of those 1,634 unscheduled retail orders in order bank, 84% are XL. So that's 1,372 XL orders still in the order bank. So we'll see if they get scheduled. We'll keep our eye on that. All right, they are scheduled this week for production dates in October. They are needing some all-wheel drive Lariat orders, they said, to help with production. So if you're one of those that has a 24, it's a Lariat all-wheel drive, good news to you. Let's see here. Key date, I'm reading some of the notes because some of it has to do with 25 model year. So limited availability for the 2.0 EcoBoost engine, believe it or not. Also, the black appearance package was optional on the XLT, is also limited availability, and then in the Lariat as well. And then exhaust availability for the XL version, the XLT version, and the machine face bright aluminum wheel. So there you go. So they need some Lariat orders really bad. All right, next up, 24 model year Ranger. Currently 846 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. Order banks are open up for the 24 still. They should be closing soon, I think. They are scheduling this for the month of October dates. They are scheduling Raptor orders only this week, which I thought that's what they did last week. But it does say limited availability for the forged capable wheel. That's the optional Raptor wheel there. All right. Next up, 24 model year Super Duty. Currently 12,640 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. The order banks are open up still. For 24, we don't have any news. A lot of people are going to ask me that. What about 25 model year? Still no news on that. Haven't had any update. Typically we won't, if we haven't seen anything yet, unless it's a dealer news update, then we won't see anything until the beginning of the month when they do their wholesale with the dealers. And then sometimes they'll let us know what the plan is for that month. So they are scheduling at the Kentucky truck plant for the weeks of 9/16 and through the week of 10/7. And at Ohio Assembly Plant for the weeks of 9/30 through 10/7. And then it says new enhancement effective 8/20. All 24 Super D XL and XLT orders will be excluded from wholesale availability. Oh, that's just for dealers. They're really trying to get dealers to keep putting in those XL orders. And there for a while they required them, and now they're trying to encourage dealers by saying that they won't be considered in their, if they still have them on their lot for wholesale. But sorry, Ford, but dealers, they just don't want these XL orders with the 6.8 liter. They can't sell them. Why do we stock something we can't sell? Anyway, I digress. Required orders, same thing. I'm going to skip over that. Limit availability for the F450 and 550 series. Also limit availability for the lug nut cap. That's included on the 17, 18-inch Argent painted steel wheel with the painted hub covers with the 10.5 axle size. Also, really looks like any of the lug nut caps for those bigger trucks are a struggle. This one here is the one that's available on the XL Lariat King Ranch Platinum 4x4 F250s and 350 single rear wheels with the 10.5, 11.6, and 11.8 axles, as well as the one available on the King Ranch F250 dually 4x4s with the 10.5, 11.8, and 12.4 axles. So sounds like a supplier issue here on a lot of this, and which is, I think, some of the issue on 450s as well. Heavy duty alternator, which is standard on the XL gas. So you want to make sure you change that out. That's all I have on that. But anyway, there you go. All right, next up, 24 model year F-150 is currently 4,974 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. The order banks are closed for a retail 2024 order. The stock ones are still open for dealers that have allocations but don't have retail orders. And the order banks are opening up Monday as well for the 25 model year F-150. Not really much changes from I know. We haven't seen anything yet, but it's not a refresh year. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of changes to the 25 model year. For this week, they are scheduling for the weeks of 9/30 through the week of 10/14 for those 3 weeks. Heads-up display is still restricted. So they're saying if you have like a Tremor, Lariat, or Platinum, if you want to get your selected to choose that 401A, 501A, or 701A package if you want to get scheduled, because the heads-up displays are a problem there. Let's see what else. Limited availability for the hybrid engine. So the black Onyx leather that's available on the Tremor 402A, as well as the 275/60 R20 all-terrain tire that's standard on the STX 200A, Lariat 501A, 502A, and included in the black appearance package for the XLT, as well as the Lariat black appearance package, and the Platinum, which is standard black appearance package. That'd be the 701 and 702, but not the 703. And then the all-season tire, the 245/70 R17, that's standard on the two-wheel drive XL as well. All right, that's all I have on that. Last is a 24 model year Transit, currently 4,041 unscheduled retail orders in the order bank. The order banks are still open up for the Transit. We don't have any dates for 25 model year yet. They are scheduled this week for the week of 10/7. They are needing some low roof versions to keep production levels high. Transit orders with the Transit Trail will not be selected for scheduling this week. Limited availability for the low roof van, even though they're asking for, they're needing a low roof cargo versions, not just the regular van. And then the 12 passenger seat configuration. So no note about the screens like that was last week. So there you go. There's that. So if you're watching the recorded video on Wednesday, put your comments down below. But if you're watching it live, we can take your questions right now. There we go. Questions?
Yeah, we have a few. All right. He was just looking for that scheduling. Mom commented and said she picked up more meds for you.
I need to blow my nose.
Henry says you must be allergic to the stickers.
By the way, did you say Henry?
Yeah.
Henry, I don't have a sticker or patch from you.
Does he have one?
Saying, I don't know. He should. His cool old Bronco. He needs to send that in and get that done.
Baja Bronco. Baja build? Yeah.
The Baja Designs. Something like that.
When will 25 Mavericks start rolling off the line?
November 11th is supposed to be the first day of production for 25 model year. So they haven't even started scheduling any of those. So some people maybe with 25 orders might be going, well, when's mine going to get scheduled? Well, not until at least next month. I think next month will be the startup for scheduling for 25 model year. Dates for 25 Bronco. Yeah, I just mentioned that 26th. Really hoping that they are adding an all-wheel drive hybrid like Maverick. Don't know anything
Henry
yet.
says stickers are for children. Have a chat.
Hey, there's kids deep down inside of all those.
Yep. My order is in for Maverick trimmer. How do I not lose my place and request job to build group through our dealer so I get the trailer assist?
The easiest thing to do, because they will not do a priority 99 on those, is to just wait to put your order in. Or if you have your order in, have the dealer cancel it or something. That's what I mean. If you definitely want a job too, that's what you're going to have to do, is just hold off ordering it until November.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you updated each week. So, I've been told like November, I don't know why, November 11th. No, November 11th is production. Did they say 6th? You say November 6th? I don't know. Beginning of November is when that's supposed to open up. So,
do we have a date for 25 Bronco Sports?
Yeah, I just read that. Yeah, we don't. We just mentioned order banks open up on 26th, probably late afternoon. We don't know information on it yet.
What about Bronco?
We can talk about. No news on Bronco. I don't know. I've been wondering that too. In fact, I haven't really seen a lot of, other than I think somebody posted a 25 Bronco in that ruby red with a painted hardtop with an Everglades wheel, which is the new Sasquatch wheel, standard Sasquatch wheel. So that might be a new color for this year, and maybe painted hardtop. We actually did say painted hardtop on the Raptor last year, or in 24 job 2. So it wouldn't be that surprising if they made that available on the other trim levels, or at least some of the trim levels.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then we saw the color being introduced into the Broncos or into Maverick. So it wouldn't be a surprise if that's going to be available on those, but we'll see. How's the mach-e? Any info when 25 will be announced? On the mach-e, I think 24 is going through the end of this calendar year. So probably September, October. Man.
Okay.
Anything else?
I feel like I had one. Follow my line on the trail and I'll give you a little gold. Can you follow his?
I might be able to.
Some of them. He has a larger lift on his, doesn't he?
A little bit, but I'd be all right. Might be surprised.
Take Will with you, because where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. You might be surprised, Henry. I've gotten pretty good. I might be a little slow, but I'm there.
If allocations are based on sales and the dealer can only sell what is allocated, how are they able to increase allocations? It seems like a circular relationship.
Yes, it is. The biggest thing is by turning the inventory quicker than other dealers. So, you may get a certain number of allocations, but at every month, if you sell down that inventory that they give you, and you always are having a very low number, then they're going to give you a little more. They give you a little more.
Yeah.
So that's how you can gradually earn it, is by selling, making sure it's a turn and earn, basically. So, getting your allocations, and maybe if you're taking longer to sell them, then they're going to give, to other dealers. So that's typically is it. Turn it as fast as you can. Turn it faster, and then you'll start getting more incremental allocations.
Are there incentives for 24 mach-e?
Yeah, there's some really
A
good
lot.
incentives.
It's amazing
The
right now.
lease deals on them are awesome.
Half our mach-es are selling to our salesmen and our employees here because it's such a good deal.
All right, Henry said he might be coming
To Supercell, Colorado.
All right, then we can go out on the trails. Actually, I'm thinking on that one of having taken some small groups. We'll see if I can get Allie to go. I think she's going to be. I actually talked to somebody that she's talked to, and so I think I know what Bronco she's going to be driving. But I think we can have some fun. We can have some fun. We'll take a smaller group. I don't know. Last time it was a lot of fun, but when you have a group of 20, you can't really stop and enjoy things. It's just like, and then it takes so long to get through when you're trying to guide everybody.
Yeah.
But like when, just when it was just us, we went through it. We had so much fun. Barbara and I had so much fun going through in Colorado. So my thinking is getting a smaller group, know, 6, 8 Broncos and taking on some of those trails that we did last year.
Mhm.
I don't think Bronco Nation is doing trail rides, but it's not been confirmed from Bronco Nation that I know of.
Yeah.
Allie might be able to. We'll talk about that later.
Any guess on what KTP might start building 25 Super Duty?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, don't ask because I don't know. We haven't heard anything yet.
Hoping 25 mach-e will have revised interior. Are they up for a refresh?
They've been due for a little while because they really haven't done anything or any kind of refresh.
Yeah.
When did they start? When did they launch? 21 model year?
Yeah.
So they're probably due. All right. What else? All right. That it?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of dealer news. We'll get into that so we can move along. Got Allie waiting in the green room there.
Get through them quick.
All right. Where's our?
Not too quick. We want people to understand you.
Did I go too fast for that other?
No, I'm just.
Sometimes like my allergies are running. I'm like, I got to keep going because if I don't. All right. All right. So on this here, we just have this one here. It says Lightning update. So they just want to make sure everybody knows that on the 24 model year F-150 Lightnings, that when you purchase one of those, that you're not getting a Charge Station Pro included like it was in 23 model year. So they're letting dealers know about that. They can be purchased. They can purchase either the Pro version, which is an 80 amp, or the 48 amp charge station. Or if you want to use my affiliate link from Electron, you can find other and more or less expensive chargers if you'd like. Gonna try to help Ford out if I can, but those chargers anyway, I might be looking at another route for getting one for our garage. But also they mentioned in here, it says notify interested customers that the 24 F-150 Lightning Platinum Black package will no longer be offered. You didn't go to Detroit when we saw that there.
No, you went with Derek.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything negative to Ford or anything, but it's just a wrap. It's a vinyl wrap. They just vinyl wrap the whole thing, which is basically what a clear film is for a Mustang, and that's $6,000. I don't know. Anyway, I won't say any more about that. Let's see here. That's about it on that. But we were asked if we would take any those black edition, what do they call it? Platinum black package, and we said no. We didn't. For one, we can't sell platinum Lightning as it is, let alone one that's over $100,000 now. So we said nah. And I think that's what they found is most dealerships didn't want one. And now since they're doing it where you don't order a Lightning anymore, you just find it in their rapid replenishment, or what do they call it? Retail, whatever. Since you find it in there, they're probably going to make a few, but they're noticing that nobody's taking them. So, all right. This next one is about the 60th anniversary limited. I called it limited edition because the 60th anniversary package are only making 1,965 of those. And so then they're making a very limited run that you have to sign up for, enter for a chance to buy, not a chance to win, chance to buy one of these in the Brittany Blue edition. And it's you don't get to pick your options. So it is going to be space gray interior. It's going to be a GT coupe. It's 401A.
So basically you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Well, it's Brittany Blue, so they're only going to make so many of those. So I did register, but just to see
if you could.
See what happens. dealership might end up with it. But yes. So anyway, so you register on the website, and then if you win, you'll be notified by the 21st, which is tomorrow, whether or not you win, and then also what to go through. You have 7 days to confirm what dealer you want to order from. And if you're struggling with that, you can go to a website and they can help you. If you want to order from us, we'll help you out. We're doing, I mean, the price is what it is. It's like, I think they said it was 65 something. And we're adhering to that and everything. So, and then, dealer fees and all that. I don't think dealers are supposed to mark it up, but they could maybe, because I don't think there's anything saying that they can't. But anyway, yeah. So, and then they have to, and then the dealers have to go into CVP. So I don't think somebody asked about that, about allocations for that. I'm like, I think those are going to be an 01, and the allocation will be granted to the dealer. So it's just like, it's not really going to be done through the ordering system, from what I understand. It won't be in WebDo. Like, we won't be able to put orders in WebDo. So, all right. So that's the dealer news I have for that. Good for that. We just got to get through some schedule or some recalls, but some of these are, like I said, they all have to do with about the same thing. So we'll just kind of run through. A couple of these are separate, and then the rest of them all have to do with the Takata airbag issues. All right. Some of these recalls I wasn't able to do last week. I tried to pull some of these. I wasn't able to last week, so we're going to cover them. So this first one is on the 24 model year Mustang. 4,595 vehicles are affected by this recall, which is safety recall 24S49. The rear suspension in some of the affected vehicles may be built with a knuckle that contains a casting imperfection. This may result in the fracturing of the knuckle. A fractured knuckle may reduce vehicle lateral stiffness and result in a significant toe in or toe out of the rear tire under braking or throttle application. Drivers may experience limited vehicle steering control as a result, increasing the risk of a crash, of course. Owners are going to get the letters next week. So the week of the 26th is when they're going to go out for the owners that are affected by this. So there you go. And then this other one is actually a supplement. It is an update. Update number 2 to safety recall 24S05 for 23 and 24 model year Transits. Equipped with the 9.75 rear axle. So on this update here, basically what they did is they did update. There's more vehicles affected by this, 112,279. So they updated those numbers and the letters going out to those owners, as well as some information for the dealerships in a way of part numbers and claiming and such that for reimbursement. So now that stuff is available. So those can be done. And letters are supposed to go out for this fourth quarter. So this here is I think a supplement number 2, but just a dealer update to that. So I don't think that they have parts yet, because they normally would say that. So in here it says parts to repair this condition are currently available, but not in sufficient quantities to service all the affected vehicles. Therefore, to ensure an ample supply of parts are available, owners are affected vehicles will be notified in separate mailings depending upon part supply. The mailings are expected to begin by the fourth quarter of 2024. So they're going to go out in chunks. So, all right. And then there's several on the different airbags. So you might just keep, looking. Don't forget, you can go to Ford.com/owners/recall, I think. What is that? Here, I'll just post it in the thing. So if you're in the chat, this will be in the comments if you're watching this recorded. If you're watching it live, I'll just drop it in the chat here. So you can always check your own recalls in this. In fact, I just got a letter the other day for the Maverick that I don't have anymore. But so there's several that have to do with the airbag. So they're the driver airbag inflator and the modular replacement for this. And happens to be for Ford GTs and Mustangs, as well as there's Mustang GT, Ranger, Fusion, Edges. Some of them have to do with the passenger side. So I won't go through all these. This is for the big trucks. And actually, this is a different recall. I'll go through that one. Yeah, that one's on Mustang. Yeah. So there you go. So several different vehicles are affected by that. So there's some updates. That's like this is update number 19 on this one particular one. Some of them is update number 8, but a lot of times that just means that now parts are more available and everything. So definitely check your vehicle for recalls using that link to see what you have. But this other one is a emissions recall for 24 model year Mustangs equipped with the 5.0 body control module reconfiguration. 5,499 vehicles affected, and infected vehicles' auto start-stop feature is not properly configured in the body control module. As a result, the auto start-stop feature will not function as intended. Hopefully not function at all. A lot of people would probably be happy about that. They probably wouldn't get it refixed. Letters are supposed to go out the week of October 21st to those. It says pending agency approval. So Ford Legal news have to go check that out. Anyway, there you go. There's that one. And then this in here is a supplement update to recall 24S47 on 2016 to 25 model year big trucks, 650s, 750s, which we don't sell. But this in here, this is an update with just the labor allowances and the service actions. And dealers are not required to give customers a copy of the owner letter or the equipment recall flyer. So only 46 vehicles are affected by that one. So I won't go through that one. Most of you probably don't have it. And this last one is safety recall, or no, equipment recall 24S45. And this is an advance notice, which means the dealers get it, but it won't be out there for the public probably. And this is an update. This is for 2018 to 23 model year Mustangs, 18 to 2020 F-150s, and 2018 to 21 Expeditions, as well as Navigators. This is for the electronic power steering assist steering gear. So 7,400 vehicles are affected by this. Since some of the affected vehicles were repaired with service replacement e-pass gear and may have the secondary digital torque sensor in the steering gear calibrated with an inverted polarity. If the primary steering torque sensor experiences a failure or fault, the inverted polarity on the secondary sensor may cause the steering wheel to begin oscillating without warning. Ooh, it's not good. Alternating clockwise, counterclockwise when attempting to steer due to the e-pass providing unintended steering assist. So letters are going out. Owners of record of the vehicles identified or notified via first-class mail after repair instructions. So the repair instructions aren't out yet. So this is, again, an advance notice on this. So there you go. There's that. Any questions before we get into the is it true? And we bring Allie in.
Not on those.
Not on those?
Nope.
All right. So this next one is has to do with a lot of people, this Ford Authority article. So let's jump into it. So a lot of people asked me on Maverick Truck Club and such if because the hybrid front wheel drive Maverick can be flat towed behind a motorhome and such. And so they asked, well, can the all-wheel drive hybrid version be flat towed as well? I reached out to the brand team, and they've been telling me all along that it cannot be. That engineers said no, only the front wheel drive hybrid version could be flat towed. Ford Authority came out with an article today saying that this topic has not been addressed out there. And I'm like, well, then you haven't been on Maverick Truck Club, because we've actually have talked about this quite a bit. And they said that according to Ford Communications, that the all-wheel drive version can be flat towed. So, of course, you were here. Immediately, I'm like, hold on a second. I've been told no all this time. And now we're hearing this. So I'm like, and Ford Authority is usually on it when it comes to that information. They always usually double check their sources and everything. And they reached out to Ford. So I reached out to Ford, to the brand team, and they said, well, we haven't gotten confirmation back yet from the engineers that whether or not that is. We're supposed to hear by the end of this week confirmation, yes or no, on that fact. And I'm like, okay, well, can you let me know when you do? And so then an hour later, I got an email back. Just heard back from the engineers, and yes, it can be all-wheel drive hybrids can be flat towed. I said, oh. So it sounds like to me, engineers let marketing know before they let the brand team know, and that's why I didn't know until then. So it makes it look like I was telling people the wrong thing, but it was in actuality, it was just at that point the engineers hadn't decided yet. So anyway, but so to confirm, Ford Authority's article is correct, and they got they beat me to the punch on that.
I need to, yeah. I need to go
But
tell BDC tomorrow for questions around that.
yes, yeah, you need to let them know because they get. I know they still get questions. I let Mike because he had a customer that
Good.
he wanted it in writing, and at the time there was nothing in writing yet because they hadn't put that out there yet. But
You should have written your own article because then it would have been in writing. Here, you want it? Here's Tim's article.
I'm not a very good writer. So anyway, okay, jump into this.
Yeah. Can you flat tow a 2.7 Bronco?
I don't know. I have to look that up. If you go to RV and towing guides, if you just Google it for Ford with the year, you can find which ones can be flat towed. It's usually in there. 25 model year is not out yet, I don't think. But all right, Allie, you ready? All right, Allie's ready. Oh, hold on. Move that one. There we go.
Move yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I have a lot of cameras going on. How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Good. Well, we can hear you through the speaker. Hopefully, you guys, there's no feedback here. But yeah, so I thought this is actually a good one. I'm glad you were in earlier because I was like, you know what, this fits right into the Bronco community and everything, and with what I wanted to talk about because the reason this came up for me was talking about basically if you look at the title, why Ford spends so much effort and money on their owner experiences, and when we talk about owner experiences, we're talking about those what they call enthusiast vehicles like your Mustangs, your Broncos, your Raptors. You know, they have all kinds of fun schools and such, just like Bronco Off-Roadeo. You've been to Off-Roadeo how many times now?
4.
4. I've been to 4. I've been to
mine have all been to Texas though.
So I've been to every location, but I've gotten like half days at twice for dealer days. But so that Bronco off-roadeo experience is an experience that they want people to take that vehicle that's very capable and be able to do that. They did it they've been doing it for the Raptor F-150s for a long time. Have you ever gone to one of those?
I have not gone to one of those, but the other one that they're really pushing is the ST school too.
Yes. Yeah. So if you had like an RS and that kind of thing, then you got to go to one of those. So
well, especially like even Explorer and Edge qualify.
Yes. Correct. Yeah, that's true. So a lot of times you'll see that on the window sticker, so you'll know whether or not you get invited to that because it's usually on your window sticker.
Yeah.
I don't see like a mine. It actually has Bronco Off-Rodeo is an outdoor. I mean, it tells you about it in there. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I've been to that. I think if you get and just different experiences. One of the things I think is new is like Bronco Nation and how they've kind of incorporated that and really brought the Bronco community together, you know, and these different events, you know, and then of course Bronco Supercell is not in conjunction with anything Ford's put on.
Yeah.
That's Tom doing it himself, you know, doing all himself for years.
That's Tom doing Tom.
That's Tom doing. I mean, he's started something big there, but you know, that's a big thing. I mean, Sarah's gone to the off-roadeos and the Bronco, like the event at Supercell. I mean, those, once you go, it's just like it creates this community. It really does. And
that's like the craziest thing to me is like, I never thought a car would create as big of a tidal wave as Bronco has, with just like creating a community. Like you literally have your own off-road family.
Yep.
It's crazy.
We should bring, I mean, I just thought about this, but Niles, he went to the Wisconsin Supercell. Should bring him in if he's
I would like
still
to
in
see the Women's Day at Off-Roadeo.
Yeah, the thing on the Women's Day is I think you have to have a Bronco like registration, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I went to one of the Women's Day. I went to the first Women's Day in Texas, and it was so cool. Because it was definitely like, that was my second time, I think. That was either my second or my third time going. But like watching these women like really step out of their shell that have never done this before was like super cool to watch and just kind of see. So it just creates like an entire confidence that you didn't even know that you had.
Yeah. So we just had our general manager just got back from going to off-roadeo Moab. So he's been to 3 locations because he bought a Bronco at the beginning. He bought one just like mine and ended up selling it, but he got a registration. So he went to New Hampshire with his, and then he went to the dealer days in like we did at the very beginning of this in Texas. So he went to that one as well.
Yeah.
And then I think he went to Nevada with another registration. But
Nice.
and then on this one, this is his son is got a Bronco Sport. So they went to the Bronco Sport one, and I said, go to Moab. If you haven't been to Moab, go to Moab because they're all a little different. But one of the things I do like about Moab one, which is where Brian and Melissa are at, is that you do it's the only one I think that they have actually on public trails.
Yes.
And so you go out there, and what you do with trail they take you on for off-roadeo, you could go back the next day and do them yourself, which is kind of cool. And you do it. You do it all on the trail. So whereas a lot of them that I've been to, you would maybe do now. The one we went for dealer days, it was different. But I know in Texas, they had you go through and learn all the different things and terminologies and all these different things like there. And then you came back for lunch to the facility. Whereas in the Moab one, they pack your lunch up and everything. And then you stop on the trail and you get the lunch, they get everything out. And it's just like being on the trail. So if you went out yourself, it was that same experience. And so that's why I told him, I said, that's exactly what it's like when you go out on trails with other people in Broncos is you just stop on the trail. I mean, all the times that we've done it in Colorado, that's why we did it. We just got out and brought our lunch and snacks and such. And we would stop and eat, at the top of the summit or whatever.
Yeah.
So he just had a blast, but I kind of brought that back because now his son has a Heritage Edition Bronco Sport, and he's like, I want to trade it in for a Badlands. And so, so he got to go to this and he saw the capabilities of what his Bronco can do and what a Badlands can do and go, now I want that. So this is why that's one of the things why Ford does these things is because if somebody goes to one of these, you're not going to go back and buy a Jeep.
No. And that I think was the really cool thing when they did like dealer preview and stuff, and like even when they let customers go, even if they didn't have their Bronco yet, like it hooked people and it hooked people fast. And then I feel like word just kind of spread like wildfire.
Yeah. Yeah. And that, he came back and we've got a marketing strategy we're going to do with our Bronco Sports for 25 model year, which we'll announce Monday. But, and that was something that got him, excited about it and everything. And I've always said, I love the Bronco off-roadeos. It's just so expensive to get there and to go through it. But anyway, I mean, that's a big thing. But, if you, it's like vacation. I mean, you go and
it really is.
They even accommodated her allergies when it came to the food.
Yeah. So my wife has, gluten allergy and such. And Jeff went with us and he's got a beef allergy, which is pretty rare, but they accommodated both of them and they had it separate. And so they are like, okay, here's yours. And they would make sure they got it first, so there's no contaminant. I mean, they really do take it. And that was when we did it on the trail, let alone like where you come back to the facility. But yeah, it's between that and the Raptor School. And I know right now, like one of the things that Ford just put out this week was please encourage your customers that have bought Raptors to sign up and go to the Raptor Rally with their own Raptor.
Yeah. And, I want to do the Raptor Rally so bad.
Yeah. Dave needs to go to that. But like I said, this here though it's what in Utah, and so like you can't always drive your vehicle I mean, when it takes you 2 days to get there, it's kind of hard. 2 days to get back. There's 4 days just traveling, but makes it a little bit difficult. But and Bronco's starting to do that. Bronco Nation's starting to do that with the owners Broncos. You guys, did that.
I just did their outpost this weekend. On top of Woodward and everything else. But I didn't know what to expect going into it because I think the first one they did, I think it was canceled due to the wildfires. So like I had tried to find like videos, I tried to find stuff just kind of like about it and didn't really find anything.
Yeah.
And like going to Hollyoaks, like I go to Hollyoaks all the time. It's kind of like a weekend thing for us, like in Michigan. So I'm like, I don't know, like what I'm really going to learn, but like the off-roadeo instructors, like they know their stuff. And like, it's one thing when you're driving Ford's Broncos, but like when you're driving your own Bronco, you're not going to have every single mode. You're not going to have certain things that other people have, where like they take the time and like they teach you what to do. Like, hey, they have this mode, but you have this. This is what I suggest you to do. So like you learn little tips and tricks of your own Bronco, and like the day went by so fast. I was like, as soon as it was done, I was like, oh, like that sucks. Like it's over.
Yeah. Well,
it was really cool.
Because when you go to off-roadeo, it's all of them are like usually Badlands or Wild Tracks. So they're all standard Sasquatches, or they got the front and rear lockers, you know.
Yeah.
Mine, I just have a rear locker, you know, and so it's like, and that's when we went to Moab, we drove there. So we did the off-roadeo with their Broncos. But then the next day, Brian and Melissa, we went out, and just us and their neighbor. And so there was a point where like, okay, go ahead and put your front locker on. I says, I don't have a front locker, Melissa.
Nope.
She goes, oh, well, back up. We got to take a different line, you know? And so, you know, that was like really fun to be able to learn that from somebody that was really good at it. Cause that was really, you know, we did Supercell since before that. And we were able to just follow other Broncos. But when you're doing it yourself, it's a totally different story. Cause Barbara and I went to Colorado. We hit those same trails, and we were going through Hancock, and I said, I don't remember this being this difficult because we're not following anybody. We're on our own. So it's like, let me get out. Let me look at this. I'm like, oh, okay, let's do this. And I mean, we did it, and I thought we did a really good job. Barb actually drove the whole way up. I didn't even get to drive.
Awesome. I love that she's getting into it.
Yeah. So and what helped with that was Bronco Off-Roadeo.
Yeah.
So when we went to like Wisconsin, you know, we went up that one, and she, you know, there's a couple of times where it's like, oh, are we doing this? And I'm like, yeah, I think we are, you know, and that's such, and those weren't Bronco Nation or Bronco Off-Roadeo guides doing it. It was, you know, so it was like, I still felt like I had to trust the trail guides because they've been on those trails. And then once she went to off-roadeo though, then she was able to have that confidence, and she does better when she's in the driver's seat than when she's in the passenger seat. So like when she's driving, she doesn't see that we're on an edge. We're on like when we went up to Colorado, there's some spots where she's right there on that edge. Right.
Yeah.
And when she was driving, we did that in Moab. We were on one trail called Eileen, and it's called Eileen for a reason. She's like leaning, but she was driving. So she was worried about the trail. And I was like going, she would be so freaked out if she's in the passenger seat right now.
Right.
But she does a much better job of it. So there are times where I'm like, you drive and I will guide you through, because I think that works good for us.
I'm the opposite. I have a heavy foot though, so I tend to go a bit faster or heavier than I should.
Yeah.
Coming off of things. So
yeah. So
when it comes to obstacles, he should be driving.
Yeah. But those events though, and let's bring Niles in, because I mean Niles has been to Wisconsin Supercell, so he can enlighten us to that. So I don't know if you guys have met each other, but Niles is in our aftermarket department.
We've been on one together. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
And so Niles, you can tell us from a person that you guys have a Bronco Sport.
We have a Bronco Sport.
You haven't gone off-roadeo though, huh?
No, sir.
See, we gotta get you that.
That'd be a lot of fun.
In it.
We'll get Paige would love to go to that.
Yeah, she would. She actually enjoys off-roading a lot.
Yeah. Well, you guys kind of get to do that every day.
We do, yeah. Yeah, it depending on which way you go to work, it's either 10 miles or 3 miles of gravel. So
yeah, you're off-roading every day. So
yeah.
Anyway, but what'd you think of Colorado Supercell? I mean, it's not really necessarily a Ford sanctioned event, but it's still an enthusiast event.
Yeah. Well, it was really cool to see that like you can go off-roading with different levels, like different skill levels. You know what I mean? Whether it's your first time or whether you're a really experienced off-roader, it wasn't glaringly obvious because everyone was just kind of rolling as a pack, and you had really good spotters.
Yeah, because we did the trail. You were there, because you were with Derek, and he has a Bronco 2-door, but not even a rear locker. So
yeah,
And so there were some things that he couldn't do, but they were able to. We were in the group together that was the more beginner level people, and so then they knew, hey, we're going to separate into skill levels as we went through that trail, and that helped. But he was able to jump in with us and see some stuff, which he's going to be at Supercell. He's going to Supercell. You can't make it.
That's
Nice.
exciting.
Yeah, but so he's going to jump in with me and see if Barb can be there or not. I don't know. We're still trying to find that out, but yeah, so that'll be fun. But yeah, that's like you said, different skill levels, and everybody's at a different level. And that's what I love about the Bronco community. Well, off-road community altogether, because there were some Jeep people that we've seen that we talked to them for quite a while when we went to Tin Cup at St. Elmo. And just the off-road community in general is like that. But I know Ford's really trying to generate that passion. That's why, like Bronco Nation was created. That was something Ford, they don't want to say they're owned by Ford, and they're technically not, but Ford is helping to keep them knowledgeable about what they're doing to create a community, because it is important to Ford to have this community, and not all of them do this. And that's where I was kind of going with this was, why does Ford do this? And I think it's because they know that if they can get you hooked into their Ford vehicle and what its capabilities are, you won't go looking at another brand.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the biggest thing is like brand loyalty, because that's the thing, especially like being in Michigan. Like, you're typically like the three. Like, you're either Chrysler, Stellantis, whatever we want to call them this week, Chevy, or Ford. So it's like one of those things where it's like, typically you're pretty brand loyal to it, but like you have people who are slowly coming over because they've heard of the Bronco community, like because they've seen us out, because they've done like a trip, or they've seen it on Facebook or like YouTube or like whatever it may be. They all say how different it already is, and just like, not that it's like better, but it's just like more welcoming, and like people are more friendly, helpful, that type of thing.
It's more out there. It's more public.
Yeah.
It's more right there instead of just on the trail.
Correct.
Because I mean, how many YouTubers do you see that are Jeep people? I mean, I don't follow Jeep, but like, how many of those? But then you see Broncos everywhere. You see the Bronco videos everywhere, and you see the community in their videos, and so it's a lot more apparent.
I don't know, does Jeep do like an off-roadeo type thing with theirs?
I think they do something that like travels.
I know they have Jeep safaris and different things like that.
I think it's the Jeep safari thing that I'm thinking of. But like they don't have like a school. They don't have somewhere you can go. Like the only thing I truly think they have above us, and it's not even that big of a thing, is they have the badges that you get for the Jeep once you've completed something. Like, I wish Ford did something like that. But like, I have a couple of people that just switched from Jeep to Bronco, and they're like, oh, like, how do you guys like, do you guys duck each other? I'm like, no, you just buy thousands of stickers.
Well, we're doing it now.
Bucking.
Barb and I have bucked a lot of Broncos. We came back from Colorado.
I've only been bucked like 2 or 3 times. Like, it's not. I don't know if it's a big thing in Michigan. Maybe not a big thing in Michigan.
I don't think it's a big thing around here, but we're like, we've done it.
Yeah.
You can get them like on Etsy or something. I got a bag of those they're like ducks, but they're Broncos, and little tags, and we write on the tag that you can find us on Instagram, and so we'll
maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. I mean, that's not yours, but it's one.
Kind of like this. But we use different. There's all different ones you can get on Instagram, but you get like a little
pony duck
thing, and then you got. I have a paper one. They're a little cheaper, but and then I have 50 of these and 50 of those, and we write.
Barb puts their Instagram. Bring some to Colorado.
So, huh?
Yeah. Like, do I need to bring some to Colorado?
Well, I don't know. I know that Jenna, she gave us one to several people. Jenna from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
She brought some, but I don't know. We keep ours in our Bronco at all times because I don't like. There's times where I might see a Bronco, but I'm in the mach-e, and I'm like, oh, I'm not in the Bronco, so I can't. I'm not gonna.
Oh, there's times like I borrow cars from work, and I see another Bronco, and I'll like go to wave. I'm like, oh, like this is awkward.
Yeah, and some of it happens to like some of it is like where you're at because like waving here isn't like that big of a thing. Like I'll wave and nobody waves
when
back.
I see another Bronco, that's like it.
I learned to drive out on the farm, and on the farm, everyone waves to each other.
Yeah.
So I learned how to drive as a farm girl. So you wave. That's the thing. But I'm not driving a Maverick, and the Maverick community is really close, and that community's gotten built up too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go to wave at a Maverick, and I get looks like, why are you waving at me? And I'm like, I love your Maverick.
I saw another mach-e and Grabber Blue. It wasn't a rally, but it was Grabber Blue, and I waved at it. Like they waved back. I mean, exact same color. I'm like, come on, mach-e. Anyway.
I think I want to.
Like you have good taste.
I want to get a sticker that goes across the back windshield, and then my license plate that says, I love your Maverick. So that way they know when I'm waving, I like their Maverick.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, but there's a lot of. I mean, I know that one of our members, he might be in here tonight, Mike. He has a Mustang, and I know if you go to he got invited to the Mustang school, and he doesn't have a dark horse. I thought that was just like I know Mach 1's got him, the racing school and all that at Charlotte, but I didn't realize that 24 Mustangs that maybe I don't know if maybe select people. I don't know, but he got invited, and I think his is a GT convertible, and his isn't a dark horse, and he got invited. So, and he's going to go. So, I mean, like it's to the point I think where like I got a GT rally, and I'm like, so I'm expecting an invite to like a rally school. I mean,
that would be so fun.
That's at that point where I'm like, if you get any specialty type of vehicle that has capabilities like being able to race or drift or off-road, I'm ready for a school. Teach me how to use this. And I was expecting that with the GT rally. I'm like,
well, and I think that's the coolest thing that Ford is doing is like taking the initiative, because like, I mean, you guys work at a dealer, you know how it is. We can only teach you so much in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Like we can't take you out and be like, okay, now that we're done with paperwork, let's go drive 30 minutes to a trail. And like, I'll teach you how to do this type of like, most of the time they're tuning you out by the end of paperwork anyway.
Well, not only that, do most of your salesmen know how to use everything?
Oh, 100% no.
Yeah.
100% no. I'll tell you right now, some of our senior sales guy, they can't tell you the differences in the Bronco.
Yeah.
Like they know like the basics, but that's about it.
I hear we have one salesman here that gets some great reviews with the Bronco owners. He owns a Bronco, and he has used it in Wisconsin, and he knows the differences, and he knows how to use those features. So he gets good reviews from. We
do have Bronco specialists, and we have performance specialists. Niles knows that. We have like 3 or 4 guys that they're the Roush specialty guys. So they should know those aftermarket, and we meet every week, and we go through those builds and what's on them, and so they know them a little bit better. Like, because like for me, I'm like a lot of people will say, I want to talk to Tim about a lightning bolt or whatever the specialty build, and I'm like, I'm just the marketing guy. They give me the information, and I do a video, and I might know them pretty well, but my performance guys know them probably better than I do.
What cracks me up is I get the phone call, and I want to talk to Tim, but I guess you'll do. Do you know what you're talking about? And it's like, brother, I'm one of the managers of the department. Let me just help you. Like,
you put the bills together.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
But they want to talk to Tim, and I understand that. That's true.
They call, and they're like, I want to talk to Tim. I'm like, I'm his assistant. How can I help you? I need to talk to Tim. Okay. I am on the live stream. How can I help you?
And I do try to learn it well when I do the video, but a lot of times those custom builds, it's like I look at the vehicle and I look at the sheet, and then I go and do a video. It's and so that's as much as I get on it. But the job is to learn it well, just like with your product. But there's some of the products, like the ones that I drive, and that's one of the reasons why I tend to rotate through some. I mean, the Bronco I have, we're keeping it. I said I'm not getting another Bronco until I pay that one off, and then it would be an additional Bronco.
Right.
We need more than one Bronco in the family.
Yeah, we need another one.
Another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm debating on what to do. Like, I now know why people have multiple Broncos. Like, I don't know what to do with Bucky. And I want to get another one because they already have like 63,000 miles on it. But
I'm around
See-
I'm around 20, but I can tell you this: like 15,000 of those have been in the last year.
yeah,
Since the first Supercell I went to, because we went Tennessee, not this last one, the year before was the first like trip we went on, and then it was like, okay, now we're going to then we went to Wisconsin, Colorado, and then we went to Moab with it.
Yeah.
And it just so most of my miles was within the last year and a half.
So Lebo said that he doesn't want a Bronco. He doesn't want an off-roading vehicle because it's one, you have to do modifications to it. You don't have to, but usually you want to do modifications, so that's money into it. But then you damage it, and that's more money. He can't get past that,
I mean, it sounds like fun to me, but I mean,
I think it's a really fun time. He also is scared of heights, so there's that too. But
yeah,
it's going to be a while. He actually said he wants a Mustang because he's a Mustang guy. He wants a convertible Mustang. I'm like, I thought we were getting a Bronco, and he's like, I want a convertible. I'm like, a Bronco's a convertible. He's like, you're right.
just get a soft top. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, these are fun, and I'm glad that Steve Ford put the effort towards that because they don't have to. I mean, and we haven't seen that stuff that could go because there are some manufacturers that don't do stuff like that, but it's good that we're seeing some of those different events and that you can go to and enjoy. I think what gets me, like, we went out to Colorado, but I wouldn't have ever thought about venturing out and doing those trails if I hadn't been on several of the ones from that Bronco Nation put on. So that's why I like what Bronco Nation is doing, because it's bringing a group together so you can do it as a group and learn, but then also you learn from that group, and then from there you can take it on to a next level. Well, there's another person, or there's Laura. We could bring Laura in.
Yeah, she was messaging me. She couldn't get her comments to work.
Well, now we are streaming on two different ones. So
yeah, I told her that.
Okay.
I can't remember which one I linked now on my Instagram.
Yeah. So if she looks on the Ford video guide, she's not going to see very many comments. So, but we just did that last week because our channel got hacked.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so I don't know. So you're going to Colorado then?
I am. Flight is booked. Fingers crossed nothing happens with Maya and we're good.
All right.
So yeah, I'll have a drive through. Come see me.
I know.
Fine.
I'm like so sad you won't be there.
Are you going to be flying in Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Okay.
And then I forgot that we're off on Monday. So now I'm like tempted to like fly in Monday.
I do know that Brian and Melissa are going to go off and do some trails on Monday and Tuesday.
Yes.
So I won't be there. I thought about that too. I mean, I kind of with the live stream, if I want to do that every week, so I don't want to miss a live stream. So even though we're off Monday, Sarah's gonna be off, but she's gonna be here for the live stream. But I kind of go out on Wednesday. Well, too, and that's another thing. If Barb's coming, for her school, she can only get 3 days off in a row. So it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we'll go out Wednesday. That's why typically we do that. But anyway, nope. I've been on some of the trails, and I have more confidence on the ones up in Colorado. But I mean, I've been on some around, but I think you'll really like the ones in Colorado.
Yeah.
You'll probably be glad you didn't bring yours.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. I think because like I've never gone out west, but I mean I've been to Texas. Texas is as far as I've gone. Like haven't been anywhere like over there. Super excited. And I think you're right. I think I kind of want to just like experience it, soak it all in, get my content, take the photos, do all the things, and then I will bring Bucky out next year.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
I think Lebo and I are gonna plan our big vacation next year around Supercell. So we go down the weekend before, and then meet up with Dad, and I can stay for a day or two and go off roading. Just have to figure out what we're doing with the kids.
That'd be so
kids are young enough.
Yeah. they enjoy it. There's so many other kids that they like it. So
Yeah,
You
I'm
can't
really
stay in the car.
excited.
yeah.
He's too little.
And I think there will be some surprises at Supercell.
Yeah, I don't know. I talked to somebody last night. I don't know. That may be getting nixed. So we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully.
There's 2 surprises.
Yeah. We'll see. I know. Yeah, I know on the Bronco lineup, they're trying they've been trying to hit certain goals for reveals and such, but I don't know. They keep having to get pushed back. So we'll see.
They keep pushing them back. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see.
Yep.
Hopefully. That'd be
Did you guys see Ragnicon's comment about the memorize the Super Duty order guide?
Yes, I saw that. He's going to host Dealership Olympics. The marathon will be memorize the Super Duty order guide.
that is not an easy one to look up.
So about that, instead of the Super Duty, let's do the Transit, because I think there's more ways you can configure a Transit than you can Super
bother.
Duty.
So for those that aren't dealers, the order guides are actually a lot of them will be like, okay, here's the standard equipment on all of them, and then the next trim level, okay, you get everything from that trim level plus this stuff, and so they kind of compound on each other. But Super Duty and Transit are a whole different beast, and it's like, oh, here it is, and it goes this way instead of down. I'm like, it's like,
yeah,
it is not, and it's
so
it's
if I have Super Duty or Transit questions, we have one guy who does our fleet stuff, and he knows some of the questions. But we have another guy that is well versed in his Super Duty, and I'm always like, "Hey, do you know this?" He's like, "I don't know, but let me check the order guide." I'm like, "Okay, you check the order guide because I have no idea what I'm doing in it."
There was one year, because I've been doing these types of videos of what's standard and optional for a long time.
Yeah,
I always bypass Super Duty. I'm like, I don't want to do it. So I would always bypass something for a while. And then one year I just said, I'm going to do it. And I did it. And then we started getting more people with asking questions and everything. I'm like, okay, I guess I need to continue doing Super Duty, but I've never done a Transit. So, but it's one of those there for a long time. I would say, okay, what do we sell the most of? I made sure I did that one first, and then I did the others. And now I just do them as they come out.
Well, and it used to be that you were waiting for
I'd
those
wait.
vehicles to get here. So he'd wait to do the trim level until he had one in person.
Yeah, we'd wait until they start showing up and like, oh, there's an XL. So I'll do the XL video, and there's an XLT that came in. So then I'd do that. But now we know with build and price being supposedly up to date, like the day it launches, which they've been really good about that lately. That I just do them now because otherwise we got to start placing orders, and so
if
people
we start getting things like we did with Maverick, you can have it ready beforehand.
Shh.
Yeah. True.
If
I said if.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there's that. So all right. Do you have any questions? Are you logging any questions?
I do.
You guys want to answer questions? You guys are both at the dealership. You guys can answer. I'll take a break.
20 Ford Maverick radio stopped working and starts working. Has anyone heard of a bug?
Not for 24 Maverick. I have for Bronco.
I have for like the 22 Maverick.
I mean,
like it did it to me in my 22 or 22. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I always tell people to like hold the power and the forward button to reset the screen. That typically fixes it for me anytime it does it. So
pull the plug from the battery. just
actually
restart that
sucker. The battery.
Just go in and factory reset the sucker, and it's kind of like my computer. Something's not working. And then it used to be like I had this like shirt that showed IT, like what do you do, for all these different situations. And it's like restart computer. It's like just restart it. It's like
it'll be fine.
I won't tell you how I fixed it.
I learned how to reset the window because I didn't have a window rolling up, and I'm like, Dustin, help. He's like, oh, you just do this, and he just pressed and hold, and I'm like,
yeah, my Bronco windows were doing that. They go up and then come back down, and it was something that I could just do myself. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
I haven't successfully done that myself yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm probably not holding it long enough.
Yeah, I mean, some of those things like the getting the code for your F-150 since they don't give you the door codes anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me like 6 times to do that on a video before I got it to work, and I realized I wasn't doing it quick enough. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, so you got to do it like fast.
Yeah.
Do the new 25 Mavericks come with port and direct injection?
No, they're just direct injection. So
Yeah, what Tim said.
So
they're not any different this year than they were last year.
I don't get what he's saying here. Really cool background for you guys would be all of the Lego and Lego Technic Ford vehicles. That was not there. Okay, here we go. He ate chicken and found out it was a habanero. Let's see.
Ragnicon.
How's the mach-e? Any info on when the 25 will be announced and what the changes might be?
Yeah, that came up earlier. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I haven't heard anything on that. You know, what's funny is I'm really been getting into trying to get with the different marketing people that are in charge of different lines, but mach-e's not one of them listed for any of the marketing communication people. So I'm like, who do I talk to for mach-e stuff? But
I'll tell you later.
So I don't know. So we'll find out. I'm actually like I got into it. Like a lot of people don't care about the expedition, but since we're possibly interested in one, I'm like, when's the expedition going to be revealed and all that? So we saw Navigator, so I'm like, well, there you go.
I thought it was supposed to be soon.
I don't know. I know that they won't start production. Like they told us that we won't see a 25 expedition until probably April of next year.
That sounds about right.
On our lot, but like I think next month is the scheduling to get us through like the whole year, and like you have to have some left over for next year, like at the beginning of the year. So because it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh boy.
I don't think they're going to start making them until January. So.
Because I mean, typically we used to have our auto show in September. But I know it's getting kicked until winter again.
Yes.
I think originally Detroit at one time was January, so that says it's returning back to January.
Yeah.
So
it used to be January. The last then COVID hit, so it was like the last 3 summers it was September.
Yeah.
Or
so
August, September.
I think I'm planning to go to that one. So.
Ooh, see you there.
Yeah. So the only thing I will say, I've been to several auto shows for media. The only thing I do not like about the Detroit one is you only really get a morning. Because whereas the others, it's usually 2 days of media and you don't have other people there in the way and such. But with Detroit, it's like you get a morning, in the afternoon you get people that can come in for those tech days or something.
Yeah.
And so then they really don't care if they're in your video or anything. So
I said that we are going to need 2 videographers. One to keep people from walking through and one to actually film.
Seriously, just have like your own little bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take video and process. Anyway, so but we'll see. What we did find out, if you go early enough in the morning, they're not there yet. So the next day, like what we did is at a certain point when they started coming, we're like, okay, let's just go and check things out, and we'll not worry about recording for a while. And then we came early first thing in the morning and recorded. And then when it started getting busy again, we just like, okay, we're done. I think I got everything.
Yeah.
So, but yep, well, cool.
If you have a ceramic coating on your truck, how does the road salt washing come off? Actually pretty well. I have ceramic coating on all my vehicles and dirt just rolls right off with some water. So
Niles can answer that.
Yeah.
That's in his wheelhouse, right?
It is. I don't apply them, as you know. Lebo does, but yeah, our department handles that. Is quite the surface protectant, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I could tell when I washed 6 Mavericks at the Maverick event, and I could tell who did and who did not have a ceramic coat on their vehicle based off of how the water rolled off and which ones came out drier than the others out of the car wash.
Yeah. If you have the ceramic coat and you go through any car wash that has a dryer at the end of it, you should be able to walk around with the microfiber and get the remaining drops of water, not like drying your vehicle with it type of thing. You know what I mean?
It was kind of like a who has ceramic roulette.
I haven't done that on the mach-e. I need to do that. I think it's a little late on the Bronco.
I like the biggest thing for me whenever I get ceramic done is I always try and get the front windshield done too. The front windshield, so when you're in the rain, it is effortless. Oh, windshield wipers are not needed.
So much better than a Rain-X.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Rain-X is. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like that's good if you need to get like
something quick.
Yeah, but that's gonna get you through like one windshield wiper use. So
yes.
Yeah.
Well, like, and that's the thing. Like when I had gotten my Bronco, like I wasn't planning on keeping this thing. I was keeping it the 6 months, using my D plan and like calling it a day. And yeah, it's way too late for Bucky now. So we'll do it to whatever the next Bronco is.
Yeah. Any plans to add a couple Tesla chargers at your dealership?
Okay, we don't. We're not a Tesla dealer, so no. But we do have 2 superchargers. We have 2 DC fast chargers that are really close. They got the transformer in this week. I think we're just waiting for.
What system are you guys using?
I don't know. We're doing our own. We're not doing the one that Ford does for the provider or whatever.
We did Blink. I don't know if it's Ford's or not.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Ours are EV Go's though. So ours are 250 kilowatt, which is really good because most of them are like 150s.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 of those regular chargers, and then we're going to also do some level 2s on the other side over there. So a couple of level 2s. So and they haven't done the level 2s, but they got the DC fast chargers because all Ford required at one time was the fast chargers. So we were on top of that. And then now they're saying all you really need is this. Basically what we already currently have is all they recommend, but we'd already gone in. We'd basically already paid for them.
Yeah.
So
how far is the trip from Colorado to Kansas? So if you're looking at Denver, you're looking at about 6 hours. If you want to get into the mountains, you're looking at 8-ish.
Yeah. So I really do like going to Colorado Springs or the Buena Vista was.
I love Buena Vista, and the campground is phenomenal.
Yeah. I booked that. So I got the site that I wanted to get the best view.
Yeah.
I just called them yesterday, but
the BV Overlook. Yeah. If you guys are in Buena Vista, that is the best campground. They were full when we were there, but I needed ice, and they're like, "Do you want to take it up there, or do you want us to deliver it?" I'm like, "You can deliver? Thank you. We want more wood. We'll deliver it to your campsite. Thank you." So then I wasn't trying to herd the kids while carrying this bundle.
I forgot to tell them we wanted to camp firewood, but
but everyone was nice. Everyone was friendly. They have a coffee stand inside, so you can get custom made coffee from a local coffee source, and he'll even take, like, the guy that was running it would even take suggestions on what to make. So if you knew how to make your favorite drink, he would take suggestions on that.
Yeah.
So great people.
Yeah.
I highly suggest
there's so many trails around Buena Vista that, I mean,
in fact, it's in the middle of the 4 mile loop. So 4 mile loop starts like directly down on the next exit from the road that it sits on. And it goes around the campground and exits down in Buena Vista.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it's not that hard. It's not like a big.
Like I could take my father-in-law's Ranger.
Yeah, it's not an serious off-road. It's a lot of dirt trails and that kind of stuff, but nothing's that's too hard. But it has beautiful views though.
Yeah, I'm literally so excited for this trip. So.
Yeah. But Buena Vista is it 8 hours to Colorado Springs, and then.
Colorado Springs. I was there 2 weeks ago, and it was like 6.5. But I really wasn't lollygagging riding out there.
So I think it was 8 hours into Buena Vista from there.
Yeah, I think it's 8 to Buena Vista, depending on how fast. I mean,
how fast
I like to stop a lot. That's why I say EV is kind of for me, because I don't like driving for more than a couple hours before I want to stop anyway and get out and stretch. So then I could be charging. So I mean, not that I'm gonna take a Bronco that way, but I mean that's how I like
Henry
to
says
travel.
it's
So.
25 hours from where he's located.
Oh wow.
But he wants
Yeah, for me it's 23.
I mean, Lebo and I drove 22 to Pennsylvania, Maryland.
So I figured out to Detroit's about the same distance as it is to Tennessee. So to
That makes sense though.
Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, oh man, that'd be hard because I really wanted to go to Woodward, but hopefully I can do it next year.
What's in your
Hopefully
cup?
next
You never told
year.
us.
Oh, I never said what's in the cup, huh? It's almost nothing now. Code red. Code red.
You guessed
He
Mountain
said
Dew.
almost nothing.
I should wait. There's a couple more sips. I would say nothing's in my cup.
I'm out.
That's funny.
Code red.
Is Sync 4 coming to Maverick?
Yeah, we talked. Yeah,
Yes.
it's on the. A lot of videos we've talked about, but yeah.
So those were the questions we have. Anyone else?
Huh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm the outcast. I'm in the F-150.
Hey, it's still an off-road thing.
Yeah, it's lifted with 35s. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Did you
You
see
can
that?
clear stuff, you're good.
Did you see that Bronco that Bronco build that we did? The LMX4?
Yeah, that's tough. looking.
37s?
That's tough.
Was it a 3-inch lift? 37s? Something like that?
Yeah. Blake, when Blake brought that over to my office, he was like, "Hey, I've got something. I want you to see what you think about this." And he slapped it on my desk. And just looking at the RO and looking at all the parts that he had put together, I was like, "This is going to be saucy. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it touches the ground."
Yeah.
This is gonna be saucy. I like it.
It's got 37s and
It's just when it's on
fuel wheels.
17s. 37s on 17s.
Yeah.
Shit.
And then really, I mean, I think it was it a Badlands to start with?
Yeah.
So we really didn't need to lift it much. I don't know what
Exactly. That's the problem. That's the thing.
because I could put 37s on mine at this point, but 35s are enough. I've been able to clear everything in Colorado. I'm good.
Don't upgrade until you're ready to get new tires.
Yeah, that's what I'll just wait. But yeah, I was able to do with mine just what is it, a 2-inch lift in a sense from a base, and so or Big Bend or whatever. So 2-inch with the 35s, and I've been able to clear. This last time I cleared everything. Well, the first time we didn't have the lifts, we just had 35s and skid plates, and we hit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But this last time with the lift, just the extra inch and about 1 3/4 to 2 inches.
2.
I mean, it was only once, and I hit the trailing arm, which I'm going to take care of that pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've contacted IEG about that. So,
what is your favorite addition to the 25 Maverick?
Ooh.
I would have to say, the new accent colors. I like the blue.
Grabber Blue Interiors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one. I do like it's upgraded to Sync 4.
Yeah. Well, what's really cool about that I think I like is that by upgrading to Sync 4, it comes standard Sirius satellite if you want to pay for it. And then you get all the Android Auto, wireless, and all that stuff. But I'm really surprised about all the safety features that are standard.
Yes.
I mean,
I just thought of the Copilot or the
Bliss should be standard, but I won't get into that.
Oh, I can't think of it.
The adaptive cruise.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, next week we're going to talk about how. Well, we'll talk about some stuff that I'm just like, seriously, why isn't this on XLT Maverick? But we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. But no, I like that blue interior because then they can add the orange to the trimmer.
Yeah, so because I've been able to do that, then they don't have the conflict of the oranges. But
yeah, apparently the trimmer orange is so close to that XLT orange interior color, they couldn't have them in the factory at the same time. So by changing that XLT to blue, now trimmer can have its orange interior accents instead of black.
I thought that was cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Anyway.
More continuity.
Yep. All right. Well, anything else? We might cut a little short because
got a trip.
we got a trip tomorrow. So anyway. All right. Well, anyway. Well, thanks guys for joining me.
Thanks for having me on.
I thought about I was going to go over this, and like I said, that I think I like the Ford products. I mean, I'm not a Ford dealer, but I'll tell you, I'll drive a Ford. But the going to the Bronco off-roadeo and everything that those owner experiences, I think, are a next level for Ford to help them keep people into it and repeat them coming back and trading in again, and
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's huge on the customer loyalty, and I just think like you're just getting so much more value out of it. Because I mean, let's face it, this stuff is not cheap. Upgrading your vehicle is not cheap. So it's one of those things that just giving you the confidence and like knowing everything that you're purchasing and like how to use it. Like, I think it's a total game changer.
Almost feels like it needs to be a pre-purchase experience.
What
type of trails do I want to go on? What does my vehicle need to be capable of? Let's learn this before purchase, so then I'm not purchasing the wrong thing and have to make a bunch of upgrades.
I will say though that I keep upping because originally I'm like, oh, I just need a rear locker and I just 35s. I'm good. And then we go and do this, and then it's like it set that new, like, now my bar keeps coming up of like, okay, well I did that, and then we went to Colorado. I'm like, I need a little bit more height, and just keep upping my game
and everything. Well, like, and that's the thing. Like, we ordered so blind in the beginning that. I mean, I guessed at a Badlands because I'm like, oh, this sounds cool.
Yeah.
That's literally why I ordered a Badlands. I'm like, oh, cool. Like,
all you really need is add some 35s in your Sasquatch.
And I've said all I need
on the one I ordered.
Huh?
I did on the one that I ordered.
Yeah.
See, and I've said all I need is a Heritage Bronco because I love the color, love the white top. It has the front and rear locker. Just add some tires and a lift kit, and I'm pretty solid. I can go where he goes.
Yeah, I need to get some graphics like Ellie has though on hers. not necessarily like yours, but like graphics.
They were $60 off Etsy. Oh, Maya's here, everyone.
We got some people. I just need to come up with the design. Have Barb come up with the design. She's actually got an idea what she wants to do. We just need to get it down and have them.
If it was me, it'd be sunflowers.
You technically have time before Supercell.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I got some other things I got to put on there.
If our people aren't backlogged.
You have 2 weeks. You're good.
I'm going to get some. I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to add some production.
Now, how backlogged are our people?
Sign Pro. Forget it. They're
Are you talking about graphics or parts getting installed?
Graphics.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. They're a couple weeks out.
Wouldn't count on it. Nope.
And I blame you guys for that. All those builds.
You're welcome.
Anyway, no, I'm gonna. I went to Colorado. We did hit once, and we came down on the trailing arm. So I'm gonna get some protection for the trailing arms and the shocks in the back. I'm gonna add that. Just
that's a good idea.
Little reinforcement back there, but I mean, I think
You're gonna install it yourself, right?
Yeah, actually, I watched the install videos.
Well, I'm gonna come and sit with my drink.
That's what I won't go into details. The members can hear it. They already talked. I've already talked about it on a lot walk last week, but we'll working with IG on that. But
if you're doing that before Bronco Supercell, I need to come over and just sit with you like we did last year.
But we're gonna do that. It looks like they're pretty easy to install on.
Get it done before you get to Colorado.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's not 9 o'clock at night while you're trying to install.
I'm not gonna do that.
I was about to say, wait, did you already order it from IAG?
No. I'm in communication with them.
Okay, good.
We're in Colorado, Joseph. It's gonna be in Buena Vista. Buena Vista for Supercell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in an email thread with Pat and Rick and someone else over there. So yeah,
I'm like, I know I'm a little bit closer to them, but I'm like, whenever I need something in a pinch, I'll email them and be like, hey, I really need this, and they'll typically get it like ASAP.
Yeah, that's what he said. Well, I thought if they were going to be there, they're just like, yeah, they're not going to make it there. But I was like, if you're going to be there, I'll just have you install them the first day. But they're not going to be there. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so I think they're gonna. It sounds like they're gonna. I really want their whole, like, I have the ARB one. I
Yeah.
just don't like the look of the front skid plate. It doesn't touch or tuck
Yeah.
underneath. And so then I saw they have a full one. Like, so they have the full skid plate that protects it more than ARBs further back.
Yeah.
So I'm a little jealous of that, but then also the trailing arms, the shocks they have for the front control arms too, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I thought about just saying, I'd love to be able to say protected by AAG, so, but I think for this trip, I at least need those other ones put on. And then if I want to replace it, I actually asked them if I took the front ARB skid plate off, if theirs would just fit on with the rest of the ARB still there. That's what I want to find out. Because if so, then I would switch the front one out, because I like how theirs tucks under the front bumper and comes down, so it's
It
black.
just looks a little bit cleaner.
Yeah. So I kind of would like that, and then has IG on the front. So I don't know. We're working. We'll see. We'll see what we can get done. At least I need the protection on the back, but so plus I haven't really done anything since Tennessee to it.
Same.
Every time he goes to an event, he does something.
I mean, surely 25 modifications is enough to win an award, right?
just a couple. Well, no, my favorite is when we were in the IAG booth. And you're like, thanks, Allie, because I got him to get like 2 more things.
What I loved when we were in Colorado is someone's like, what trim level is this? I'm like, it's a Big Bend. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, it is.
It is.
It's in disguise. And that was before you even added the lift and the skid, or you had the skid plates, but that was before you added a few more things. It's like, it is. I promise.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's fun. So, yeah, that's another reason why it's always conflicting to go, ooh, I'd love to have, because we got a Heritage Limited Edition here.
Yeah.
And it hasn't sold, and we're like $5,000 off on it. And I'm like, And I'm like, no, look at all that stuff I have done on mine. I'd have to do all that stuff on this one. And you probably got a month of taking off of stuff before they could have my Broncos, so I could put all that stuff on the other one.
Exactly.
Because even if I had that, there's all the IAG stuff that would have to go on it, because I want all those things, because all the stuff that IAG makes, it's like those are things that Ford just didn't think about. Yeah, I'm like, I need those on there. So
I want the Heritage Limited.
But that Swipe Bar Disconnect would be kind of fun.
It's pretty.
I do love mine. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But with not having it, at least I get to have some wheel lifts.
It's very fun. You do get a fucking Bronco that way.
We were on one, and we were driving along, and so we went over this one hill at Hancock up, and when we went up and over it, I hit. That's the only time I hit. I hit coming down. I'm like, oh, I should have stair stepped that. I should have gone up it differently at an angle. And so we came back down. I did that because we went up and then came down. So I went at an angle, and then I had a 2-wheel lift. We were like teeter-tottering. I said, "Do you feel that?" She goes, "Yes, I feel it. Keep going." Keep going. Get off of that. I don't like that feeling.
That's fantastic.
So we were just like,
it's great.
Anyway. All right. Well, thanks guys for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. And so I'm gonna kick you guys out, and we'll do our ending and everything. But appreciate you guys joining us. Thanks. For those of you guys that don't know, Niles at the dealership, of course, nileslmp@gmail.com. If you got any aftermarket stuff and questions there. He's also on Instagram, Motivated Motion, right? Or
yes, I am. Yeah.
So he's a lot of drone stuff, fun drone stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Allie's got a drone. So I saw it at Tennessee.
Yeah, we're practicing. We're learning.
Yeah, Niles got the license and everything. He's really good.
Oh, nice.
The footage of our intro is with the drone coming into the dealership. So
Niles, put your Instagram thing in there. I want to follow you.
So Niles will put that in there, and then Allie, you can check her out on Instagram. I think she's got it right there on her name. So and then you can find her on All Train Nation as well, and on time to time. But yeah,
I got to show you a dog before I go.
1 or 2?
I've been trying to kick mine out of here for the last hour. Oh.
There's a Missy.
She's like, yeah, I don't like this.
Like,
Like,
put me
Dad, what are
down.
you doing to me?
There we go. There, Moo. Say hi. That's a
Aww.
She's calling the mom. Like, Mom, look what he's doing.
I've got 3, but that's the only one that I can get up here. Oh, okay. I gotta go. Bye, friends.
We'll see ya.
Bye.
There we go. All right. Well, Allie, thanks for joining us, and see you at Super Sale.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right. It'll be fun.
See ya.
Bye. All right. That's fun. Fun stuff. So I know we don't have a lot of people on, so that was a little different for us, but
Yeah.
it's fun. So I have to do that more often. All right. So yeah, anyway, all right. I think that's all we have for tonight. But,
Yeah.
be looking for some videos next week. Like I said, Monday, order banks are opening up for the F-150 and the Bronco Sport. So you guys will expect some videos on what's new for both of those come Monday. We'll get those out for you. I'm really debating whether or not we'll do a Maverick Monday, since we'll have a couple of videos for those two coming out. Don't want to overload you on stuff, so we'll see. Probably actually maybe do a quick short one maybe, and just talk about the all-wheel drive hybrid.
Yeah.
Being flat-toed, and something very short and quick. But otherwise,
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right.
Well, I think that's all we have, and expect those videos for this week, and some fun LMP 810 video this week as well. So,
Yes.
all right. Nothing else?
No.
All right. Hope you guys have a great week. Don't forget to stay positive, be kind to one another,
And be kind to yourself.
and we'll see you later.